What if I told you that everything around you, the chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, and even your thoughts, might not be real? Sounds like science fiction, right? But today, we're diving into one of the most mind-bending ideas out there, the simulation hypothesis. Could we really be living in a computer-generated world, a digital playground crafted by beings more technologically advanced than we can even imagine? The kind of civilization that makes our most powerful computers look like toys from the Stone Age? It might sound like something straight out of the Matrix, but stick with me. We're going to explore the tantalizing possibility that our reality is not what it seems. We'll unpack the arguments, examine the potential evidence, and see if we can unravel this cosmic mystery. Let's break it down. Alright, let's say there are these super intelligent beings out there, and they've got the capability to create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality. Why on earth would they bother simulating us? Are we really that interesting? Well, there are a few compelling possibilities. First off, imagine you're a scientist with a supercomputer capable of simulating an entire universe. Wouldn't you be tempted to hit the start button and see what unfolds? These advanced beings might be running simulations like ours to study history, sociology, or even physics. We could be one giant experiment, a cosmic petri dish for some higher power to observe. Or maybe it's not about science at all. What if they're just bored? Think about it. We humans create simulations all the time for entertainment. Video games, virtual reality, even those ridiculously addictive mobile games. What if these advanced beings are just as easily amused? We could be nothing more than a cosmic video game, a source of entertainment for beings with too much time on their hands. But here's a thought that really gets me going. What if they're simulating us to understand themselves better? Imagine a civilization that's so advanced, they've forgotten what it's like to be human. To feel emotions, to struggle, to experience the world with our limited senses. Simulating us could be their way of reconnecting with their past, of understanding their own origins and evolution. And hey, maybe they're not just observing us passively. What if they're interacting with us, influencing events, or even messing with us for their own amusement? Think about those moments in your life that seemed too strange to be coincidental. Glitch in the Matrix, anyone? Of course, this is all speculation, but it's mind-blowing to consider the possibilities, right? The point is, if a civilization is advanced enough to create a simulation this complex, their motives could be as varied and complex as our own. Okay, so we've explored the why behind a potential simulation. Now let's get into the how. Is it even remotely possible to create a simulation as complex as our universe? Well, the answer might surprise you. Think about how far technology has come in just a few decades. We've gone from clunky computers that took up entire rooms to smartphones that fit in our pockets and can access information from virtually anywhere in the world. We've created artificial intelligence that can beat grandmasters at chess and write poetry that's almost indistinguishable from human written verse. Now, imagine that trajectory continuing for hundreds, thousands, or even millions of years. It's not inconceivable that a sufficiently advanced civilization could develop the computational power to simulate an entire universe, down to the smallest subatomic particle. Let's talk about video games for a second. Remember the blocky graphics and simplistic gameplay of Pac-Man or Space Invaders? Now compare that to the incredibly realistic graphics and immersive worlds of games like Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2. These games create vast, detailed environments with their own physics engines, weather systems, and complex AI characters that interact with each other in believable ways. And we're only getting started. Virtual reality is becoming increasingly sophisticated, blurring the lines between the digital and physical worlds. We're on the cusp of creating simulations that are so realistic, it's difficult to tell them apart from actual reality. So, if we're already making significant strides in simulating reality, imagine what a civilization millions of years ahead of us could achieve. They might be able to create simulations that are not only indistinguishable from reality, but are also vast and complex enough to encompass an entire universe. Of course, building a simulation of our universe would require an unfathomable amount of computing power. But there are theories, like the idea of harnessing the energy of entire stars or even black holes, that suggest it might be possible. The bottom line is, while we're still a long way from creating simulations on that scale, the rapid pace of technological advancement suggests that it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. All right, time to put on our detective hats and look for clues. If we really are living in a simulation, wouldn't there be some telltale signs, some glitches in the Matrix? Well, there are a few intriguing possibilities that have some people scratching their heads. First, let's talk about the weirdness of quantum mechanics. This branch of physics deals with the incredibly bizarre behavior of matter at the subatomic level. Particles can exist in multiple states at once, they can teleport, and they seem to be influenced by observation. Some physicists have suggested that these strange quantum phenomena could be evidence that our reality is not as solid and continuous as it appears. Maybe it's all just code, and we're seeing the limitations of the simulation. Then there's the issue of the speed of light. It's the cosmic speed limit, the fastest anything can travel in the universe. But why is there a speed limit at all? Some physicists have proposed that this could be a fundamental constraint of the simulation we're in, like a built-in limit to prevent us from seeing too much, too fast. And what about those déjà vu moments? Those eerie feelings that you've experienced something before, even though you know you haven't? Could these be glitches in the Matrix, moments when the simulation stutters or repeats itself? It's a popular trope in science fiction, but who knows? Maybe there's something to it. Here's another thought: the vastness of the universe. We live in a universe that's so incredibly huge, it boggles the mind. Billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars. And we're just one tiny planet orbiting an average star in a nondescript corner of one of those galaxies. It's enough to make you feel insignificant, right? But what if it's all part of the simulation, a way to make the game more interesting and expansive? And then there are the unexplained phenomena that science still hasn't been able to fully explain. Dark matter, dark energy, the origins of the universe. Could these be evidence that we're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle? A piece that's hidden because of the nature of our simulated reality? Now, I'm not saying any of this is definitive proof that we're living in a simulation, but these are the kinds of questions that make you wonder, that push the boundaries of our understanding and make us question the nature of reality itself. So, are we living in a simulation? The truth is, we may never know for sure, but that's okay. The beauty of science, of exploration, of asking these big, mind-bending questions is that it forces us to confront the unknown, to expand our horizons, and challenge our assumptions about the world. Whether we're in base reality or a hyper-realistic simulation, what truly matters is how we live our lives. It's about the connections we make, the experiences we share, and the impact we have on the world around us. So go out there, explore, ask questions, and never stop being curious. What do you think? Are we players in a cosmic video game, or is this the real deal? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the simulation hypothesis, hit that like button, subscribe for more explorations of science, technology, and the mysteries of existence, and share this video with your friends. Until next time, stay curious.